Hello everyone, this is meteorologist John Keys with your Southeast Idaho weather planning briefing for the last day of February. Believe it or not, we're about ready to start the month of March. What we do know is we have more rain and snow showers across the area today. Snow levels really aren't going to matter that much simply because stronger showers may change from rain to snow, maybe even mixing some graupel in there pretty quickly. Now, we're going to have the winds kicking up again later today, mainly mid-morning through this evening, especially as we have a couple of boundaries moving through the area. Unfortunately, that's not going to help out the blowing and drifting snow issue in a lot of places. We continue to have issues with rain on snow and snow melt. That'll persist today, and that'll cause some more sheet flooding, or at least continue what's out there. Now, there are cooler temperatures on the way for some of us, and there'll be some occasional snow through the weekend, but certainly nothing like we've seen the past several days. What we don't know, how much precipitation falls and where it'll fall through the early part of next week, because again, there'll be that occasional light snow, and it's not going to be widespread, it looks like at this point. At least we don't think so. And the next storm, it's going to be here. It's whether or not it comes on Tuesday or comes in on Wednesday. Here's the moisture moving through today. This is the low that's been responsible for that. Now, this low is going to weaken, and that's going to actually continue that little bit of snow potential as we go through the next few days, especially as we go through the weekend. Now, this is one particular model's idea of what's going to happen today. You'll notice that it is showery, maybe a little bit more widespread early on today, especially over western areas, and it'll again rain, snow, maybe some graupel as well. Now, you'll notice the main push moves into the highlands this afternoon, but you'll notice we have right along the final boundary, that's probably the main cold front moving through. We have some stronger activity developing. We might even see a few thunderstorms with that this afternoon today. Don't be surprised, though, if that happens and you hear a little bit of thunder out there for this evening. After that, we'll start to see the showers waning overnight. I think late tonight, tomorrow morning, there'll be some very light snow over some of the higher elevations. But again, our main event is over at this time. Let's go ahead and take a look at those winds. Here we are starting right around lunchtime today. As we go into the afternoon and evening hours, look at these winds across the Snake Plain. We're talking about winds running 20 to 30 miles an hour. This is including the gusts. We could even see some higher gusts with some of these showers or even a thunderstorm. Some of the ridgetop winds, again, still topping out above 30, maybe closer to 40 miles per hour at times. So, again, the blowing and drifting snow potential in a lot of areas is not going away, at least until we go into the overnight hours and tomorrow. We'll continue with some gusty winds at those really high elevations through the weekend, about 10 to 20, maybe 25 miles an hour, including the gusts. But at the lower elevations, we pretty much should be done. Now we're going to take a look, and this is going to kind of show you how some of the interesting things we're trying to deal with that snow through the weekend. We have the GFS model on the left, the NAM model on the right. One of them's moving at 6 hours. The NAM moves at a 3-hour increment. But you'll notice one model doesn't have a lot of precip tomorrow afternoon and evening, one a little bit more. And this really shows up as we go into tomorrow, Friday night, into Saturday morning. And you can see the GFS, it's usually a little more widespread, but it's definitely more widespread than what the NAM is showing through tomorrow night. And then in that southeast corner, we may see a couple of inches of snow, especially up on the ridge tops. But again, nothing major in terms of precipitation coming our way. And you can see that trend continues into Saturday across the area, just a smattering of precip, and that goes into Saturday night, into Sunday. Now, we'll go ahead and step back, and we'll look how this goes through the weekend. Again, very light precipitation, spotty. I think as the ridge kind of builds in early next week ahead of this, we're also going to have to worry about some inversions, because we got a lot of snow out there, so some of these higher elevations, especially those higher valleys, may just get really cold and not get out of the cold until we get that next storm system moving in. So something to think about. Now, as we go into Tuesday, not much going on. The GFS is a lot faster than some of the other global models coming in, but by the time we get into Wednesday, into Thursday, more rain and snow is on the way, and we want to talk about some of the snow melt and temperatures across the area. Here we are this afternoon, still plenty of 30s and 40s across the area, and I want to go ahead and, like I said, we looked at this yesterday, some of the potential snow melt occurring, and we've already got some sheet flooding occurring across portions of the Magic Valley on up into portions of the lower and upper Snake Plain, and we also continue, this is through tomorrow morning, so more snow melt is expected in similar areas, also down along the benches towards Rockland, also into the Raft River area. the Cache Valley down towards Downey, also a little bit up towards Chalice, the Lost River Valley as well. So again, that potential is going to continue. Now, we talked about it being cooler. Look at those overnight lows. That's nice. That's going to help slow down some of the snowmelt and flooding potential. But you'll notice, again, right along the interstate corridor back into the Magic Valley, temperatures still at or above freezing. That includes down towards Preston and Malad. And those overnight lows and those daytime temperatures don't fluctuate a whole lot through the weekend, maybe a degree or two difference each day. Monday into Tuesday, temperatures a little bit cooler again, because I think we're going to have to worry about the inversion conditions. But watch Tuesday and watch for Wednesday. Those afternoon temperatures are starting to warm up, and don't be surprised if we start seeing overnight lows by the middle of next week, especially where we saw the past few days. The Magic Valley, the interstate corridor there up towards Pocatello and Blackfoot to the south, temperatures overnight may not get too close or may not even get below freezing. Something to keep an eye on. It is that time of year. All right, everyone, have a great day, and please stay safe out there. Again, heed all road closures, and if you see any water, any roadways, turn around, don't drown.